It's Dylan Hightower. We're back with another tutorial. If you didn't check out my last tutorial, I did fakie inward heels. If you want to learn that one, it's a very detailed tutorial, and I think you'll get something out of it, even if you even know the trick. But today we're going to be doing varial heels, and I have a very detailed tutorial, step by step, on how to do it. Alright, before you even get started learning this trick, you need to learn two tricks. That is heel flip and front shove. If you don't got those tricks, just get on my video. I'll make a tutorial for those later. Heel flip is another one of my favorite tricks, and so there'll definitely be another tutorial on that one. But if you don't got those two tricks, get out of here. But if you do, stick with me, because those are the only two tricks you need for this tutorial. Alright, so now that we got all that garbage out of the way, get right into the trick. So for the varial heel, when I was first learning them, I had a couple different foot positionings. When I was first learning them, my foot positioning was literally, it was like this. I don't even know how I was doing them, to be honest. So now that I've got them down and got heel flips down really well, I can start doing them how you should. And this is how you probably should learn them, is in your regular heel flip positioning, except with your front foot out just a little bit more towards the front of you, towards your toes. So that's where my front foot is, and for my back foot, I literally have it in the same spot as an ollie. As foot positioning goes, I do feel you have to experiment for yourself to figure out what's best for you. Those are just a basic layout of what you can use and what I personally use. But if you want to adjust, I found in my personal experience of messing around with this trick and trying to teach it to you guys, that when you're messing with your front foot, the further back you have it towards your back foot, the board will rotate faster, except you will also lose, when you put your back foot back, you'll lose the rotation of the board, like the actual back foot rotation, not the flick. So that's one thing you have to give and take around there. With the back foot, if you're finding that you're not rotating it far enough around, so you're not getting 180 degrees, you could have messed around with your back foot a little bit, but I'll get into that a little bit later and discuss why you should or should not do that. So now that you got your foot positioning down, we can get into the actual mechanics of the trick and how to actually do it. I'll be starting off with the front foot because I believe it's the most important part of this trick. So, alright, let's get started. So we all know, obviously, you gotta pop down, and then you obviously gotta flick at the same time. So everyone knows that. I don't know why every tutorial says that, and then no one knows how to do it. So obviously you gotta flick just like you would a heel flip. So what I'm gonna be discussing is different mindsets you can have when trying this trick. I believe mindsets and trying different things and theories in doing tricks, that's the best way to progress and try different things. So the first mindset I would give to you guys when learning this trick is to realize that the board is going to be turning front side. So what does that mean? It means you can't just flick it like a regular heel flip. Yes, the form, keep it like a regular heel flip, but you can't flick it in the same direction. So if your board's going front side, your concave's gone a little bit front side as well. So when you're flicking it, you can't flick out straight out like you would normally. You have to flick out this way, a little forward. Going a little bit forward, that's what will help you rotate your board all the way around. This is what I found it helped when I was first learning it. I tried it a couple times to help me land me a couple, but I will discuss this later, that this may not work for you, and I'll discuss another strategy. Alright, so my second strategy, it also has to do with the front foot, and that is, it's all in the flick. I believe that the most important part of this trick is the flick for a reason, because your back foot, yes, it pops, but it doesn't have a big part of it, because you literally pop straight down. I'll discuss this next, but you literally just pop straight down. That's why I believe the front foot flick is the most important. That's what you guys got to realize. A fast rotation will bring the whole trick faster. Like if you flick it faster, the whole board will rotate faster. I know it sounds crazy because it's just a flick, but I know if you flick faster, your whole board will want to rotate faster and want to complete the trick faster. That's what I found and what I've been doing recently to help me learn the trick and land the trick. because my problem is I could not get the full rotation. Yeah, I could bring the board 180, but when it came to rotating it this way, it wouldn't happen. So another strategy I used to help rotate the board all the way around is how I flick. So this is my shoe. So I'm gonna be flicking a heel flip. The way I flick the heel, my varial heels now, I actually got this tip from the John Hill video, and you guys go check that out. He's got a varial heel tutorial. It's very good. Helped me. And he described this motion when you're about to flick. It's a little dip in the heel. You see this right here? Look right here. It's a little dip in the heel after you flick. So you're flicking. You kind of, it's almost like a kick flip, like a flick. You know how you're flicking, and then that last second you get that little with your ankle. It's kind of the same idea, but with your heel. You just kind of dip it down, like heel it. I found that it really helped. That's why I got it so consistent now. That one trick alone. So you guys could definitely try that out. I know it sounds a little weird. It takes a couple practice attempts, but if you try it, and it might work. Alright, discussing the back foot. So I already discussed the front foot, and I believe it's more important. But the back foot, there is a couple important things you do need to know, but they're fast learned. I don't think you guys will have any trouble with it, especially after watching this. I believe that there is no scoop to this trick. That's what I believe. Some people will say yes, you could scoop it. It's just I've never really been all that great at front shoves, so when it comes to scooping it, I just never got it. But I believe that if you pop straight down, it'll benefit everyone, because you will also get a higher pop, and then you will also get a just much cleaner varial heel than a scooped low. It's just not good. So now you're not going to pop straight down like an ollie. Don't get the wrong idea here. My foot positioning for the back foot is like an ollie, if anything, just barely back, like barely. You pop down at an angle. So take a straight line, diagonal. That's what you're gonna take, but down there. So this is straight pop, diagonal. See how it curved a little bit? It's no longer straight. That's what you got to do for the varial heel flick. Shove. So those are my tips on the mechanics of how to do it. Now I'm gonna just kind of give a couple extra tips on random things. I believe varial heels, like body weight, I don't think you obviously don't lean forward. If anything, you do lean back a little bit, but for the most part, if you flick it right and shove it right, it should honestly go right under you, and you should have no problem with landing it and having to like adjust forward, backward. But if you have problems, you could obviously experiment a little bit. Alright, that's all my tips I got on varial heels. If you have any other questions about varial heels, I'll be sure to answer them all in the comments. And if you guys want any other tutorials like this one, be sure to comment that in below, and I'll try and make a tutorial on it. I'm going to be making a lot more videos like this and others, me trying to land and learn new tricks. I do a lot of grip tape art, and I'll be sure to put some time lapses on that, because I think those are going to be really cool. It'll be a really cool series, so be sure to subscribe and watch all those videos coming soon. And yeah, till next time.